Okay, I hope you guys can hear me. This is my second time trying to do this. Last time I did this, I realized that no one could hear me. If you can hear me, let me know. And if you can't, I can try and adjust this while I'm on here, since, like I said, this is really my first time trying this. So if you can hear me, please let me know. There are no viewers on yet, but I'm going to stay on until there are. What are you doing to prevent from contracting HIV or any other STDs? I would like to know. To other questions, and I can answer you guys to the best of my knowledge. I am no doctor. I just do this from experience. If you have some questions, I'd like to know them, and I would be very happy to help you. It's not a great thing being diagnosed with HIV. And I make my YouTube videos because I'm trying to help you guys become aware HIV still exists. So if you have your questions, I really would would love to answer them for you. And I had said that I was going to start doing live YouTube videos for the YouTube subscribers. I do a lot on Facebook. I do a lot of live videos on Facebook. I do a lot of posting on Facebook when it comes to HIV. So I do my social media advocacy mostly, but I have not ever done live videos on YouTube. And that's what I want to start to do, so I can let you guys in my life and to help you answer questions regarding HIV. And if I can be in help to you, really great to do that for you. So if you have any questions, I'm here to answer them. No one knows that you're asking the questions. I believe I'm the only one that can see the questions that you're asking. So I hope you can hear me. If you can't hear me, please let me know if you can hear me. Can't, please let me know that you can't. Just typed in the message box if you would like. If you would like to know, I would like to know if you can hear me. Please let me know if you can hear me. Um, I want you guys to know always that HIV still exists. Everybody, you have to protect yourselves. That HIV is still here. It is not going anywhere. You can't slack thinking that it cannot happen to you. I was in that boat. I would have never known that I would have contracted HIV, you guys. And it's a big shock to me. It takes you back, it's scary just to find out that you have contracted HIV. I was 27 years old, and I'm sure a lot of you have seen that video. So imagine just being in your and you're finding out that you're diagnosed with HIV. And I had a 7-year-old daughter. So I was really scared. And I thought that I was worried. I was worried that someone else was going to was going to have to take care of my daughter. That was my main concern. She gonna go? Were they gonna treat her the way that I treat her? Were they gonna love her unconditionally the way that I did? So that was my biggest fear. My worry was my daughter going to die. So if you have questions, I would love to answer them for you. This HIV is not a walk in the park. You can believe that. And it took me a while to get to where I'm at today, and dealing with it the way that I deal with it. I'm happy with my life, and I don't let HIV take control of my life and who I am. I just live life just like anybody else. I go to work. I'm in school. I now have another daughter who is 16, should be 16 in August, and I was married to a man who was negative. But these things take a while, to adjust to. So many people that I've met that have been diagnosed in the beginning, and they're so scared, and we tend to stigmatize ourselves when it comes to HIV, just like society does. And I'm trying my hardest to help learn to get over being diagnosed with HIV. I want them to be in a place of relaxation and being happy with who they are, because HIV is not who you are. You has changed. You're just living with a virus, and you're taking your medication. So you just keep living, you keep working, you keep doing what you're doing, and just live life just like anybody else. So the questions that I ask: what are you doing to prevent yourselves from contracting HIV or any other STDs? If you are having sex, unprotected sex, eat with multiple partners or even with one partner, and you've never been tested, you need to get tested. Not using protection, you need to get tested. And you need to make your partner get tested. If your partner does not get tested, then the way that I see it, maybe that's somebody that you should not be with. Both of you guys need to get tested. If you get tested at the same time, you go ahead and do that. It's best to find out together. Go get tested together. And 3 months later, get tested again. It stays dormanted in your body. So a lot of times you will not know on the first test if you have contracted HIV. So it's best to go back 3 months later and to take another HIV test. If you have contracted HIV, I don't want any of you to be afraid. That's easy for me to say now because of where I'm at now. I was afraid in the beginning, and I didn't have anybody there to tell me the things that I am telling you. So, no reason to be afraid. 20 years for me. This May 2017 has been 20 years for me that I have been diagnosed with HIV. And here, I'm still alive. I'm still thriving. I'm still happy. I'm still smiling. I had another child. It can be done. I've contracted HIV. It is best to get on medication right away and talk to your doctor about your concerns. Don't be afraid, because it's your health that you need to have questions about. Doctor tell you about your health. You ask any and every question under the sun. I don't care what question it is, ask it. If it seems like a stupid question, no question is stupid when it comes to HIV, especially if you have been diagnosed. You want to find out everything. I'll answer your questions for you. And if you don't feel comfortable with the doctor that you have, find another one. Um, you can get over being diagnosed with HIV. You really can. Take your meds and become undetectable. And what undetectable means is that there's minimum virus in your body. There is a T cell count, which is a CD4 count, viral load count. That viral load count determines how much virus is in your body. Um, if you're not on meds, your viral load can be really, really high. And your CD4 count can be really, really low. CD4 count, how can I explain? The CD4 count is, see, HIV, what it does, it eats at your CD4 counts. It eats at your T cells, which is your white blood cells. And your white blood cells help you to stay healthy. So if HIV is, the virus is eating at those T cells, at your CD4 count, you're susceptible to become sick, flu faster, and anything else, a cold. So once you get on medication, your T cell goes up and your viral load goes down. When your viral load goes down, it's determining that you have very minimum virus in your body. When your T cells go up, it's that you how can I explain it? A normal person T cell count can be 1200. That's somebody that's not diagnosed with HIV. Somebody that is diagnosed with HIV can have a T cell count of 300. So once you get on medication, can go up. My T cell can go up. My T cell count right now is 1100. That's just about the same as someone that is not diagnosed with HIV. So I'm pretty healthy. Told me the only thing that I have to worry about is getting hit by a car. So any questions, you guys, just please message me right here on Hangouts and I can answer them for you. Even if it has to do with questions about myself, I can answer them um, for you and be able to help you out. Um, you guys always ask a lot of questions on the YouTube videos, so I decided to do live videos to help you out with that. Um, go ahead, like I said, and ask questions. If you want to follow me on Facebook, you can do that, Positively D. If you want to follow me on Twitter, it's at Davina Connor, and that's DAV as in Victor, INACONNER. I'm on Instagram as Positively D. I'm on LinkedIn as Positively D. So I can be found very easily. And my email address, if you don't want to ask me a question here, if you have contracted HIV and you would need someone to talk to, I can be there for you as a mentor and help you out and try to help you get over being diagnosed. Because, like I said, there was nobody there for me when I was diagnosed with HIV. My email address is POZIVELY, positively with a Z, and it's positively D, that's DEE at gmail.com. Positively D at gmail.com. Again, I can answer. And if I don't have the answer for you, I will come back on another live video and I will give you that answer. I am no doctor. I'm only talking to you guys by experience. So, again, what are you doing to prevent yourself from contracting HIV or any other STDs? Are you protecting yourself? Are you making sure that you and your partner are getting tested? I always get this answer when I ask someone, are they using protection? They say, well, I'm in a relationship thing. You can think that you're in a monogamous relationship, that's fine. But if you and your partner have never ever been tested, how do you know either one of you have not already contracted HIV? For both of you to do is to go and get tested together to find out your HIV status. I always say it's better to know than not to know. So please do that. Please get tested. Know your status is very important. And once your test comes back and they say that your test is negative, please still use protection. Go and get another HIV test. Like I said, HIV stays dormant in your body. So it's best to do that. Let someone tell you that they've been tested and their test is negative and they didn't contract HIV. How are you supposed to believe that? You haven't seen their test. So you need to tell them to go and take another one. And matter of fact, you need to go with them so you can see the test. So many men and women believe the person when they tell them that they do not have HIV. Please don't do that. Uh, Make sure you go with them to get their test, and you want to see that result that they have taken that HIV test. Please do not believe it. There's so many of us that search for love and want to be in a relationship so bad, and we want to believe the person that we're with, but you really need to and to be sure that neither one of you have contracted HIV. And like I said, if you have, you will be okay. It's a struggle in the beginning because I went through it, and it's not, oh gosh, it's not something that I wish on anybody to contract HIV. I was at a bad place in my life when I found out HIV. Um, just thinking about it's scary. It's a scary feeling, and you really think that you're going to die. And this was in 1997. Today, the meds, the medication that they give for those that are diagnosed has changed so much. When I first got diagnosed, I was on about 12, 14 pills, and I was always sick and nauseated and throwing up. My tongue was always numb and my mouth was always dry. I had a headache. My nose was dry. It was a terrible experience. I felt much better, put me on the medication. So I struggled with trying to take that medication, and I became resistant to the medication, which meant that there was a whole group of HIV meds that I couldn't take because I messed them up from taking them when I felt like it. It would be take them one day I wouldn't. 2 days I would take them. One day I wouldn't. So I messed up taking a whole group of meds. And then it got to the point to where there was only a particular group of meds that I can take. And if I messed those up, but around this time, there were no other meds out for me to take. So I had to be responsible and start taking my meds the way that I was supposed to, or I was going to potentially an opportunic infection, which they usually call AIDS status, and I probably could have died. So again, I make these videos to make you guys aware. I do not wish this on my worst enemy at all, but I want you guys to know that I am here for you. If you have any questions, I am here to answer them. People sometimes that don't like what I say on my videos on YouTube, and everybody has their own opinion, but through this. So I know because I've lived through it for 20 years. Um, I try to be a voice to help those who cannot speak for themselves when it comes to this, because like I said, they stigmatize themselves along with stigmatizing us because we are diagnosed with HIV. I am not very happy when I find out that someone has contracted HIV. It really does break my heart when I hear about it, because it just, to me, there's so much education and knowledge out there when it comes to HIV. You can pull up anything on the internet and learn so much about HIV. You can watch my YouTube videos and other people's YouTube videos. People still should not be contracting HIV today, but they are. And that HIV exists. It's easy. Just use protection. That's it. That's how easy it is. And find out your HIV status and the person that you're with. So, and then they have a medication out that's called PrEP. PrEP it's a medication that someone who is not diagnosed with HIV can take because they're in a relationship with someone with HIV. And what this medication does is prevent the one who is HIV negative from contracting HIV. You take that medication every day. You go to the doctor every 3 months to see if it's affecting your body in any kind of way. So we've came a long way with the medications. And I've tried really hard to help eliminate the stigma because people are always still using the word infected. And I am not infected. Diagnosed with HIV are not infected. We are simply living with a virus. That's it. I am a woman living with a virus, and I take medication every day. I have my good days, I have my bad days, because sometimes it bothers me, just thinking to myself that for the rest of my life. And the medication is keeping me alive. So, can you imagine mentally sometimes what someone goes through just thinking about that? Medication is keeping me alive. If I stop taking that medication, it wouldn't be good for me. So sometimes I have my days. Um, but for the most part, I'm okay. Again, if you have any questions, please let me know and I will answer them for you. I am here for every single one of you. This is what I do. I advocate for HIV. I'm an activist for human rights. Um, I don't like to hear someone being discriminated against because of their sexual orientation or how they choose to be, whether it be gay, bisexual, a lesbian, transgender. So I advocate, I'm an activist for human rights also. I feel that we all have blood running through our bodies, and we have to learn to live and love everybody. And I think that when I contracted HIV, it's taught me a lot about who I am and just love. And I care so much about so many people. So, again, this is my first really live video. I hope you guys can hear me. I'm going to do more. Wanted to see how this was going to work out. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any questions, please let me know and I will address them on my other video that I'll make live. I'll try to do one every week. I'm not exactly sure what days I'm going to be doing them on, but right now I decided to come down here in my office and video today. What are you doing to protect yourselves from contracting HIV or any other STDs? Are you using protection? You getting tested? Are you making sure that the person that you're getting ready to have sex with or want to be in a relationship with, are you making sure that they have taken an HIV test along with you? And if you have taken that HIV test, it's best to still use protection. Wait 3 months and go and get another HIV test because HIV stays dormant in the body. So just because you have taken that one test does not mean that you have HIV. So it's best to take another test. I've talked to plenty of people who've taken a test every 3 months for the next 9 months just to be sure. So again, get tested. Remember that HIV exists. And this is Positively D. I love every single one of you guys. Thank you for subscribing. Share my videos. Answer if you have any questions, I'll answer them for you. Just leave them here and I'll do that on the next video. So again, thank you. If you need to follow me on Facebook, you can do that under Positively D. I'm on Twitter at Davina Connor, and I'm on Instagram, Google Positively D. Anything else is usually Positively D. You can pull it up on Google. But again, thank you so much. Happy day to every single one of you. And thank you so much for supporting me and chatting with me on my YouTube videos. So now I'm going to start doing them live for you guys. But again, thank you and happy day to every single one of you. Bye-bye. We'll do this again.